Be me 27, living in parents' basement like the stereotype I've become, haven't left house in weeks except for grocery runs. Daily routine, wake up at 2 p.m., goon to hentai, play vidya until 4 a.m., shit post on 4chan, rinse and repeat for past 3 years, virgin incel loser, basically everything normies make fun of. Meanwhile, my brother Caleb is living the dream, 25, younger than me but has his life together, graduated from Ivy League with engineering degree, works at tech company, making 6 figures, married to gorgeous lawyer named Stephanie, just bought house in suburbs, golden child who can do no wrong, family dinner every Sunday is my personal hell, forced to sit there while they praise Caleb's latest achievement. Did you hear Caleb got promoted again? Stephanie's pregnant? We're getting grandchildren. Caleb's buying a new car, so responsible with money. Then they look at me, silence, disappointment visible on their faces. What have you been up to, Anon? Been learning some programming? Technically true. Modding Skyrim counts as programming. Mom sighs audibly. When are you going to get a real job? When are you moving out? Your brother never gave us this much trouble. Hear this bullshit speech weekly? Retreat back to basement after dinner. Parents argue upstairs about me. He's 27 and acts like he's 12. Maybe we should kick him out. Tough love might motivate him. Cry myself to sleep, clutching anime body pillow. Pathetic, but it's my reality. One day, Dad comes downstairs. Rare occurrence. Basement is my domain. He never ventures here. Takes one look around. Empty energy drink cans, pizza boxes, hentai posters on walls. Jesus Christ, Anon, you live like an animal. This is embarrassing. What if Stephanie's parents saw this? Always about appearances with these assholes. When I was your age, I was married with 2 kids. Had my own house, career, responsibilities. You're a grown man playing children's games. Words cut deep because they're mostly true, but something snaps inside me, tired of being punching bag. Maybe if you actually supported me instead of comparing me to Caleb constantly, maybe I'd have motivation to try. Dad's face turns red. Don't blame us for your failures. We gave you every opportunity. Caleb had same opportunities and look at him. Difference is Caleb has ambition. Argument escalates. Screaming match in basement. Mom comes downstairs. What's all this noise? Dad explains situation. Mom looks at me with disgust. You're embarrassing this family. Do you know what I tell my friends when they ask about you? I lie and say you're still in school. Because the truth is too shameful. Brutal honesty hits like truck. They leave me alone in basement, hear them talking upstairs. Maybe military school would straighten him out, or we just cut him off completely. Caleb never gave us problems like this. That night decide enough is enough. Tired of being family disappointment. Tired of hating myself. Make plan to change everything. Start small. Clean basement thoroughly. Throw away trash. Wash clothes. Take down hentai posters. Create actual living space instead of depression. Cave. Next step. Personal hygiene. Shower daily instead of weekly. Brush teeth. Wear clean clothes. Basic human maintenance I'd been neglecting. Then tackle the big stuff. Sign up for online courses. Actual programming, not just modding games. Python, JavaScript, basic web development. Spend 8 hours daily learning instead of gaming. Apply for part-time jobs, mostly retail and food service. Get rejected constantly but keep trying. Finally land job at electronics store. Minimum wage but it's employment. Parents barely acknowledge improvement. About time is all Dad says. Mom just nods. No praise, no encouragement. Just mild acknowledgement that I'm functioning like normal human. Meanwhile, Caleb visits, parents fawn over him as usual. Look at this new watch Stephanie bought me. We're thinking of having second kid. Got another promotion, basically running my department now. I mention my job. Oh, that's nice, Anon, Mom says dismissively. Immediately turns back to Caleb. Tell us more about the promotion. Realize nothing will ever be enough. Could cure cancer and they'd ask why I didn't do it sooner. Months pass. Working full-time now, moved to better position, taking night classes at community college, saving money, making real progress, actually feeling decent about myself for first time in years. Still no girlfriend, obviously. Still awkward as hell around women. But at least I'm not living like complete degenerate anymore. Excited to tell family about progress. Sunday dinner arrives. Announce that I'm taking programming classes. Mention I might transfer to four-year university. Parents look mildly surprised. That's good, Anon, Mom says. A brief moment where I think they might be proud. Then Caleb speaks up. What kind of programming? Web development? Yeah, mostly. He smirks. That's saturated market, lots of competition. Probably should have chosen something more specialized. Parents nod in agreement. Caleb's right, you should research job market better. Don't want you wasting time on dead end. Blood boiling now. Months of progress dismissed in seconds. Can't even get support for going back to school. Maybe it's what I'm interested in. Dad laughs, actually laughs. Anon, interest doesn't pay bills. You need practical skills. Stable career like Caleb has. Look around table, parents nodding, Caleb looking smug, Stephanie looking uncomfortable but silent. Realize this family is toxic as hell. Not just unsupportive, actively harmful. Stand up from table. You know what? Screw all of you, Mom gasps. Anon, no, I'm done with this shit. I've spent years trying to earn your approval, thinking if I just worked hard enough, changed enough, maybe you'd treat me like actual human being. But nothing will ever be enough. Because you don't want me to succeed. You want me to fail, so Caleb looks better by comparison. Mom starts to object. That's not true. It is fucking true. When I got my job, no celebration. When I started school, you find reasons to criticize. But Caleb takes a shit and you throw a parade. Mom's face twists with rage. You know what? I should have aborted you, you little shit. Would have saved us all this misery. Room goes dead silent. Even Dad looks shocked. Caleb stares at Mom wide-eyed. Stephanie covers her mouth. Mom realizes what she said but doesn't take it back. Just glares at me with pure hatred. Dad finally speaks. Don't use that language with your mother. I'll use whatever language I want. This is bullshit and you know it. I'm not your failure son anymore. I'm a grown man who's tired of your crap. Room goes silent. Never sworn at parents before. Never stood up for myself like this. Feels terrifying and liberating. Caleb finally speaks. Anon, you're being dramatic. We're family. We love you. But you have to understand why we're concerned. You've been directionless for years. Turn to face him. Perfect golden boy with perfect life. You know what, Caleb? Go screw yourself. You sit there acting all understanding. But you love this dynamic. You love being the good son. Makes you feel special, doesn't it? Having a loser brother to compare yourself to? Caleb looks shocked. Never talk to him like this. That's not... Shut up. Just shut the hell up. You know what the worst part is? Turn to parents. If only you loved me. If only you inspired me, gave me motivation. Instead of constantly shitting on everything I do, maybe I wouldn't have spent 3 years in that basement. Maybe I would have tried harder sooner. But why bother when your own family roots against you? Parents trying to interrupt. But I'm on roll now. Years of suppressed rage coming out. You want to know the truth? I stayed in that basement because it hurt less. Less than trying and failing in front of you. Less than dealing with your disappointment. Less than competing with Golden Boy over there. But I'm done now. Done seeking approval from people who'll never give it. Done feeling like shit for not being Caleb. Grab my jacket. Head toward door. Mom calls after me. Where are you going? Anywhere but here. When will you be back? Maybe never. Maybe I'll find people who don't make me feel like garbage. Slam door behind me, hands shaking from adrenaline. Walk around neighborhood for hours, replaying conversation in my head. Part of me feels guilty. They are my family after all. But bigger part feels relieved. Like weight lifted off shoulders. Go back home late. Parents asleep. Sneak into basement. But something's different. Feel like I crossed line. Can't go back to being their punching bag. Next morning, get note from Mom. We need to talk when you're ready. Ignore it. Get text from Caleb. You really hurt Mom and Dad yesterday. Maybe you should apologize. Delete without responding. Their ego's too big to see they're the problem. Too invested in family dynamic. Where I'm failure, spend next few days job hunting. Need to move out. Can't live here anymore. Not after yesterday. Find small studio apartment across town. Nothing fancy, but it's mine. Use savings from work to pay deposit. Parents notice me packing. Where are you going? Moving out. You can't afford that. Watch me. They don't try to stop me. Probably relieved, honestly. Caleb comes by as I'm loading car. You don't have to do this? Yeah, I do. Family should build you up, not tear you down. Yours is toxic as hell. He looks hurt. We love you, Anon. No, you don't. You love the idea of fixing me, of having project to work on. But you don't love me. Drive away without looking back. Apartment is tiny but quiet. No one comparing me to anyone, no one disappointed in my existence, just me and my thoughts. Parents call constantly first week, alternating between guilt trips and threats. You're breaking your mother's heart. We're cutting off your phone plan. Caleb thinks you're having breakdown. Block their numbers after a few days. Need space to figure out who I am without their constant judgment. Months pass. Life improves slowly. Job gets better. Different company. School going well. Still no girlfriend. Still awkward around people. But happier than I've been in years. No daily reminders that I'm disappointment. No constant comparisons to perfect brother. Just me trying to build something. Get invitation to Caleb's baby shower. Stephanie, having boy. Family, wanting reconciliation apparently. Stare at invitation for long time. Part of me misses them. They're still family despite everything. But nothing's changed. They still see me as disappointment. Still see Caleb as golden child. Throw invitation in trash. If they want relationship with me, they know where I am. But I'm done chasing their approval. Year later, Caleb shows up at my apartment. Haven't seen him since I moved out. He looks tired, stressed. How have you been, Anon? Better. Really? Yeah, actually. Tell him about work, school progress. He listens quietly. That's good, man. Mom and Dad miss you. Do they? Or do they miss having someone to blame? He sighs. You were right about some things. They did compare us. Wasn't fair. First acknowledgement ever. But they love you. They just don't know how to show it. That's not love, Caleb. That's control. Love doesn't come with conditions. We sit in awkward silence. Will you ever come back? When hell freezes over, they made their choice. Chose their golden boy over their other son. Now they get to live with it. Caleb looks sad. I never wanted it to be like this. But you never stopped it either. You enjoyed being favorite. Can't have it both ways. Part ways without resolution. Some things can't be fixed. Some families just broken. Parents still don't reach out. Pride too big to admit they were wrong. Caleb sends updates sometimes. Kid is healthy. Stephanie doing well. They named him after Dad. Continuing family tradition apparently. Wonder if they'll screw up this kid too. Compare him to some other relative. Make him feel like he's never enough. Probably that's what they do. 2 years later, still in same apartment, still single, still working on myself. Not perfect but better. No contact with family. Sometimes wonder what could have been. If they'd supported me instead of tearing me down. If they'd inspired me instead of comparing me. If only they loved me, but they didn't. And I'm done pretending that's okay. Chosen solitude over toxic family, peace over approval, my sanity over their expectations. Basement dweller no more, disappointment son no more, just me, and that's enough. B-Meted 24, average-looking software dev who spends too much time on G and R9K. Somehow managed to get girlfriend after 3 years of drought and zero female contact. Let's call her Brooklyn. She's cute, quirky, into weird indie movies, and has blue hair. Typical art hoe, but I'm desperate. So whatever. Been dating for 6 months. Relationship going surprisingly well for someone who learned social skills from anime. No major fights, good chemistry. She even laughs at my Pepe memes. Think I might actually be good at this relationship thing. Famous last words, JPG. One night we're watching Netflix. Some soy-filled rom-com she picked. She pauses show randomly during cringe romantic scene. Anon, I need to talk to you about something. Immediate panic. Brain cycles through worst case scenarios. She's pregnant, cheating, dying, pruning out, or all four. What's up, babe? Trying to sound calm while internally having Vietnam flashbacks to every rejection. I think you should date other people. Record scratch, freeze frame, Windows error sound. Excuse me, what the actual fuck now? She explains she doesn't want me to feel like I'm missing out. Says I should explore my options while young. Uses phrases like sexual liberation and toxic monogamy. Sounds like she's been reading Reddit relationship advice. Brain completely short circuits, blue screen of death. But we're happy together, right? Right? Voice cracking like I'm 13 again. Of course. That's why I want you to experience more. It's 2025 and on. Relationships don't have to be possessive. Makes zero sense. But she seems serious. Probably got this idea from some BuzzFeed article or TikTok. Spend next hour trying to understand her galaxy brain logic. She insists she's fine with it, keeps using words like empowered. Even suggests I try dating apps. Just promise you'll tell me about your dates. Communication is key. More red flags than a Chinese military parade, but she seems genuine. Maybe she's just really secure and progressive, or completely batshit insane. Decide to trust her, because I'm a beta cuck apparently. Download Tinder that night. Feel like I'm cheating, even though she literally told me to. Profile says in open relationship because I'm not completely stupid. Get matches from girls who are into that poly lifestyle bullshit. Swipe for few days while having existential crisis. Match with girl named Jenny. Cute, seems normal, doesn't have pronouns in bio. Actually looks like a real woman, not some blue-haired land whale. Brooklyn asks how it's going. Tell her about match. She gets excited like she just discovered fire. Oh my god, that's amazing. You should totally ask her out. Using that fake excited voice women do. This feels wrong, but Brooklyn keeps encouraging, like some demented wingman. Ask Jenny to coffee. She says yes. Spend entire day before date questioning reality and my life choices. Call my friend Mike. Only normie friend I have. Dude, your girlfriend wants you to date other people. That's weird as hell. Maybe she's testing you, bro. Women do that shit. Or she's already cheating and wants to feel less guilty. Ignore his based warnings because Brooklyn seems so supportive. Go on date with Jenny at local soy boy coffee shop. Actually goes well. She's not completely retarded. She's funny, easy to talk to, doesn't mention Marvel movies or Harry Potter. Feel guilty the entire time like I'm committing war crimes. Text Brooklyn updates throughout date like some beta reporting to mommy. She responds with heart emojis and encouragement. How's it going, bestie? Spill the tea. Jenny suggests second date. Panic and make excuse to leave because I'm socially inept. Drive home confused as hell, listening to sad music like some emo teenager. Brooklyn waiting up for me like concerned parent. Wants to hear everything in excruciating detail. Tell her about date. She asks weirdly specific questions. Did you hold her hand? Did you kiss her? What was she wearing? Answer honestly. No to everything because I'm a beta. She seems almost disappointed like I failed some test. Why not? She sounds nice and you had chemistry. This girl is either actual saint or complete psychopath. No in between. Over the next few weeks, she keeps pushing like my personal dating coach. Suggests second date with Jenny. Helps me pick outfit. Gives fashion advice. Wear the blue shirt, it brings out your eyes. Gives dating advice like she's some pickup artist guru. Just be yourself and have fun, don't overthink it. Meanwhile, I'm overthinking everything. Like usual autist. Second date goes better. Jenny and I actually connect over shared hatred of Disney remakes. End up making out in her car like horny teenagers. Feel like absolute garbage afterwards. Tell Brooklyn when I get home, expecting jealousy or anger. She high-fives me like we just scored touchdown. I'm so proud of you. My little Anon is growing up. What dimension am I living in? Feel like I'm in some weird social experiment. Pattern continues for month. Date Jenny few more times. Things get physical. Brooklyn celebrates each milestone like she's my proud mother. Even buys me rubber for safety. Friends think I'm living the dream. Your girlfriend lets you date other girls? Marry her immediately. You're living every man's fantasy, bro. But something feels deeply wrong in my gut. Like when you eat too much fast food, finally work up courage to ask Brooklyn why she wants this. I just want you to be happy and experienced. Relationships are about growth and on. Plus, I'm kind of into it. Reveals she's been getting off to my date stories. Apparently she's a cuck. Who would have thought brain cannot process this information? 404 error. Decide to roll with it, because what else can I do? Already in too deep, might as well embrace the degeneracy. Date Jenny. For 2 more months while having identity crisis. Also go on dates with few other girls from apps. Brooklyn enthusiastically supports everything, like demented cheerleader, helps me plan dates, buys me new clothes, gives pep talks, acts like my personal dating coach/pimp. Life becomes surreal nightmare. Dating multiple girls while girlfriend cheers from sidelines. Friends think I'm some kind of pickup artist genius. Anon went from 0 to player overnight. Still feel like I'm doing something fundamentally wrong, like I'm breaking laws of nature or some shit. Then one day Brooklyn sits me down with serious expression. We need to talk. Oh God, here it comes, the hammer drops. I have something to confess. Prepare for nuclear impact. This whole thing was a test. Brain.exe stops working, Windows crash sound. What kind of test exactly? Voice barely working. I wanted to see if you'd actually do it. If you'd cheat on me when given permission. And you did, so now I know what kind of person you are. Starting to see where this train wreck is going. Feel like I'm watching car accident in slow motion. The thing is, since you've been dating and sleeping with other girls, stomach drops into my shoes. That means I can sleep with other guys now, right? I mean, I gave you a pass after all, only fair. World stops spinning, reality breaks. What do you mean other guys? Already knowing the answer but hoping I'm wrong, pulls out phone with smug expression, shows me Tinder profile that's been active this whole time. I've been talking to this guy Tyrone. Shows me pictures. He looks like he bench presses cars for fun and could crush my skull. Actual Chad, everything I'm not. We've been texting for weeks now. Was just waiting for you to sleep with someone first. Now we're even. Isn't that great? Brain completely shuts down. Blue screen of death. Realize I've been played on 4D chess level by master manipulator. Feel like that Wojak meme where he's screaming internally. So this was all planned from the beginning? Well, yeah, I couldn't just cheat on you without reason. But now that you've technically cheated first, it's only fair I get my turn with Tyrone. We're both adults here, Anon. This is equality. Feel like I'm having aneurysm. But you literally told me to do it. You encouraged me every step of the way. Exactly. And now I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Using feminist talking points like weapons. Spend next hour arguing in circles like complete moron. She's already made plans to meet Tyrone tonight. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it like you did with Jenny. Sharing is caring after all. Realize there's no winning this rigged game. She outplayed me harder than any Hollywood manipulation. Either accept it like a cuck or break up and lose everything. Choose option 3. Have complete mental breakdown. Spend 2 days in bed eating tendies and crying. Friends on Discord try to cheer me up with peppy stickers. She played you harder than a fiddle, Anon. Women are fucking evil, bro. Jenny texts asking if I'm okay. Explain situation in detail. Your girlfriend is clinically insane, dude. This sounds like some Reddit polyamory bullshit. Meanwhile, Brooklyn goes on date with Tyrone. Texts me, updates like I did with Jenny. He's so tall and muscular. He actually has his life together, unlike some people. We're going back to his place, wish me luck. Throw phone across room, nearly breaks wall. Drink entire bottle of wine while browsing R9K. Relate to every post about women being evil. Wake up to 47 messages. Detailed play-by-play of her night with Tyrone. Realize I'm living in actual hell dimension. This is my punishment for trusting a woman. Confront her next day while hungover. How is this fair? You manipulated me into this entire situation. I didn't manipulate anything, I just gave you freedom. And now I'm taking mine. This is what equality looks like, Anon. Maybe if you weren't such a beta, you'd understand. Pack my stuff and leave like defeated Wojak. Move back in with parents temporarily. Mom asks why I look dead inside. Relationship problems, mother. Dad just nods knowingly. Based boomer understands female nature. Brooklyn texts for weeks trying to gaslight me. We can make this work if you're more open-minded. Tyrone said he'd be okay with sharing. Isn't that generous? This is 2025, Anon. Grow up. Block her everywhere like she has plague. Tell friends what happened on Discord. Half think I'm an idiot for falling for obvious trap. Other half think she's actual psychopath. Both are completely right. 6 months later, hear through mutual friends she's dating Tyrone exclusively. Apparently Mr. Chad wasn't into sharing after all. Who could have predicted that outcome? Jenny reaches out few weeks after breakup. We grab coffee like civilized humans. So your ex was basically pimping you out for emotional validation? That's one way to put it. We laugh about how completely insane the whole situation was. Start dating Jenny properly this time. No weird tests, manipulation, or polyamory bullshit. Just normal relationship between two functional adults. Still have trust issues though. Every time she suggests something unusual, I panic internally. You want to go mini golfing? What's the catch? Who are you texting? She thinks I'm paranoid. She's absolutely not wrong about that assessment. Lesson learned. When something seems too good to be true, it definitely is. Especially when your girlfriend actively encourages you to cheat. Women will always find ways to justify their degeneracy. Never again will I fall for such obvious manipulation.